Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steve Kerr gets heartbreaking update on childhood home amid Palisades fire. Amid the ongoing wildfires that have engulfed a large portion of the Los Angeles area, many NBA personnel were among those affected by the disaster. Los Angeles Clippers star Kawhi Leonard took a leave from the team to attend to his family, who were among those evacuated by the Palisades fire. Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr was also among those affected by the Palisades fire, and on Thursday, he received some bad news about the home he grew up in a text message shared with close friends and family. Steve Kerr's mother revealed that the family's home was among the structures burned in the Palisades fire, as per Angelina Martin of NBC Sports Bay Area. Ron Krochik of the San Francisco Chronicle, who posted the news, was among those who received the text, which was a response to people who had checked in on Kerr's mother and was part of the mandatory evacuation order and was currently safe with family and friends. Kerr spent part of his childhood in Pacific Palisades and starred at nearby Palisades High School, before playing at the University of Arizona and then playing 15 seasons in the NBA. Also among the notable NBA names affected by the fire was Los Angeles Lakers head coach J.J. Redick. Before the Lakers lost to the Dallas Mavericks on Tuesday, Redick gave a heartfelt statement about the fire while revealing that his family was among those evacuated. Amid the ongoing disaster, NBA spokesman Mike Bass acknowledged that there was continuing dialogue between the Lakers and the Charlotte Hornets in terms of any potential scheduling changes deemed necessary, as per Shams Charania of ESPN. The Lakers and Hornets are currently slated to face off against each other on Thursday evening. Lakers star LeBron James was among those who took to social media to express comfort for those affected by the fires. Derek Fisher reveals when tensions between Kobe and Shaq began. Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal's former Lakers teammate Derek Fisher recently recalled when things started turning sour between the dynamic duo. Kobe was outstanding during the Lakers' championship run in 1999 to 2000, but the following season he and Shaq were still sharing the spotlight. Bryant didn't end up being the Lakers' leading scorer in that 2000 to 2001 season, and Fisher says he was starting to feel underappreciated. We won the first title in 2000, and so I think that second year, in 2000 to 2001, that's when it really shifted a little bit to I think Cobb really felt like he was being asked to sacrifice a little too much in terms of what, again, you have to remember, Cobb really saw himself and ultimately became one of the GOATs, Fisher said on Podcast P with Paul George. Right? And so none of the guys on that list were the second guy. I mean, if you really go down the list of guys that we have the GOAT conversations about, I don't know if there were many of those guys, if any, were the second guy. And so I think in 01, Cobb started to feel like, in order for me to be the GOAT that I know I'm capable of accessing, I'm willing to put the time in. I'm willing to wake up at 4 in the morning, no sleep, train hard, play in every game, play through injuries, do everything to become one of the greatest players of all time. Why am I being asked to do less and be less when my teammate that is capable of just as much or more greatness isn't maybe investing that much time, energy, etc.? NBA closely monitoring wildfires in Los Angeles to determine if Lakers vs. Hornets will proceed. The Lakers are scheduled to play the Hornets on Thursday night in Crypto.com Arena. This is supposed to be their first game back home after a 2-game road trip in Texas, where they lost to both the Houston Rockets and the Dallas Mavericks. However, since Tuesday, Los Angeles County has been dealing with multiple wildfires that have burned thousands of acres of land and have forced many to evacuate the Palisades, Pacific Coast Highway, and Pasadena. ESPN's Shams Charania shared on social media the following statement made by NBA spokesman Mike Bass regarding the situation in Los Angeles. We are in communication with the Lakers and Hornets and continue to closely monitor the situation to determine if any scheduling adjustments are necessary related to tomorrow night's game. Lakers coach J.J. Redick is among those whose family had to evacuate the Palisades for their own safety. Prior to the team's most recent matchup against the Mavs, Redick spoke about the situation happening in Los Angeles, hat tip Dan Woik/LA Times. "I want to acknowledge and send thoughts and prayers to everyone in Palisades right now," Redick said before the Lakers lost to the Dallas Mavericks. "It's where I live. My family, my wife's family, my wife's twin sister. They've evacuated. I know there are a lot of people freaking out right now, including my family." One event has already been cancelled at Crypto.com Arena. The NHL postponed the LA Kings matchup against the Calgary Flames, which was originally scheduled for Wednesday night. While Crypto.com Arena is not in the area that the fires have directly impacted, many Angelenos have been affected by this disaster. Clippers star Kawhi Leonard, for example, will spend time away from the team to be with his family as they were forced to evacuate due to the wildfires. Lakers stars such as LeBron James and Magic Johnson have shared their condolences regarding the situation via social media. Hopefully, these wildfires can be contained as soon as possible and as much damage as possible can be prevented. NHL postpones LA Kings home game against Calgary due to wildfires while NFL, NBA monitor situation. The NHL postponed the Los Angeles Kings home game against the Calgary Flames on Wednesday, with several massive wildfires burning across the greater Los Angeles area. The Kings and Flames were scheduled to play Wednesday night at the Kings downtown arena. The NBA's Los Angeles Lakers are scheduled to host the Charlotte Hornets in the same arena Thursday night. "Our hearts are with our entire Los Angeles community," the Kings said in a statement. "We appreciate the hard-working first responders who are diligently working to contain the fire and protect our community. We appreciate the league's support in keeping our fans, staff, and players safe." The Pepperdine women's basketball team also postponed its home game scheduled for Thursday night against the University of Portland at Firestone Field House on the school's Malibu campus, the West Coast Conference announced. Pepperdine canceled classes Wednesday, and access to its coastal campus is restricted. The NFL is paying close attention to the potential impact of the fires on the two playoff-bound Los Angeles teams' preparations and the Rams' wild-card postseason game against the Minnesota Vikings scheduled for Monday night at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The NFL said Wednesday evening if the game had to be moved, it would take place at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, the home of the Arizona Cardinals. In 2003, the league moved a Monday night regular season game between the Miami Dolphins and San Diego Chargers to Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, due to wildfires. 6 major fires were burning in areas of the vast Los Angeles metroplex on Wednesday following 2 days of extraordinary winds. At least 70,000 people are under evacuation orders, and more than 1,000 structures have been destroyed. The Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers both train in areas not threatened by fires, but both teams are monitoring the air quality and its potential impact on their workouts. The Chargers changed their practice schedule Wednesday to minimize their players' outdoor time in coastal El Segundo, while the Rams don't resume practice until Thursday. The Chargers are on the road Saturday against the Houston Texans in the wild card round. Coach Jim Harbaugh had the Chargers' offensive and defensive units practice separately to limit their time on the field. The air quality at the team's complex was 185 when the offense began their afternoon session. Anything above 150 is considered unhealthy. The NHL postpones a game and the Lakers coach evacuates his family amid LA fires. The National Hockey League postponed a game in Los Angeles, and Pasadena's iconic Rose Bowl Stadium came under evacuation warning as the wildfires burning across Southern California grew Wednesday. The NHL announced it would indefinitely delay a game between the Los Angeles Kings and Calgary Flames that had been set to take place Wednesday night at Crypto.com Arena in downtown Los Angeles. In a statement on social media, the Kings said the postponement would help keep fans, staff, and players safe. "Our hearts are with our entire Los Angeles community," the team wrote, thanking first responders. Sponsor message: an NBA game between the Los Angeles Lakers and Charlotte Hornets is scheduled to take place Thursday at the same arena. As of Wednesday evening, the league had not announced whether it would postpone the game. "We are in communication with the Lakers and Hornets and continue to closely monitor the situation to determine if any scheduling adjustments are necessary related to tomorrow night's game," NBA spokesperson Mike Bass said in a statement to NPR. Tens of thousands of people are under mandatory evacuation orders across the region. Residents of Pacific Palisades, which include many professional athletes among other celebrities, were told to evacuate on Tuesday. That included Lakers coach J.J. Redick, who said Tuesday his family had evacuated. "I know a lot of people are freaking out right now, including my family," he said in a pre-game press conference ahead of a game in Dallas. "Thoughts and prayers, for sure, and I hope everybody stays safe." The Clippers said their star Kawhi Leonard, who has family in the Los Angeles area, would miss Wednesday's game in Denver for personal reasons. Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr said his 90-year-old mother was among the evacuees, and that the family home of a Warriors staff member had been destroyed by the fire. The city's two NFL teams, the Rams and the Chargers, had each planned to spend this week preparing for a playoff game. Neither team's practice facility is directly threatened by fire, but smoke has affected air quality around the region. On Wednesday, the Chargers adjusted its practice schedule to limit time outdoors. The team is set to travel to Houston later this week for a game against the Texans on Saturday. "In case they're unable to practice entirely, Coach Jim Harbaugh's got a great plan B in place if needed," said Chargers offensive coordinator Greg Roman, speaking to the media on Wednesday. Crazy NBA trade idea pairs Stephen Curry with LeBron James on Lakers. Dating back to last season, NBA trade rumors have loosely linked LeBron James to the Golden State Warriors, giving him and Stephen Curry one last chance to play together before the two all-time greats ride off into the sunset. After winning a gold medal at the Paris Olympics as teammates, the idea of the two playing together gained some steam, with the Warriors, led by Steve Kerr, emerging as a sensible landing spot for the King to end his career. However, one NBA insider seems to think the Los Angeles Lakers might switch things up and make an offer for Curry. The Warriors, with Andrew Wiggins' salary and plenty of draft picks, are a plausible trade destination for James should he ask out, but that's not the only path to getting LeBron and Steph on the same team. "Is there a possibility that it's the other way around?" asked Yahoo Sports' Kevin O'Connor on his podcast. "That it's Steph ending up in LA, because the Lakers also have Anthony Davis, they have Austin Reeves, they just got Dorian Finney-Smith, they have a pretty good supporting cast. The Warriors feel like a bit more of a depleted team, especially if some of their young guys walk, Kuminga goes, maybe Moody doesn't develop anymore. They have these guys who are going to be in and out of the organization. The Lakers would struggle to match Curry's salary, but a deal sending Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, Cam Reddish, and rookie Dalton Connect to the Bay would be enough for the Lakers to pair Curry and Lindy Waters III with James and Anthony Davis. On top of that, the Lakers can swap first-round picks in 2026 and 2028 and trade or swap their selection in 2029, 2030, and 2031, which makes taking the bait a bit more palatable for the Warriors, who will inevitably have to rebuild at some point. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Stephen Curry? Leave your opinion in the comments.